Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. Your host tonight, once again, the Four Horsemen. Bob, Cory, Nick, and Todd. Cory, how are you?
Oh, not so bad. And yourself?
I'm doing well, sir. Thanks for asking. Nick?
Oh, fantastic, sir. And yourself?
Excellent. And Todd Dillon?
Stupendous.
Excellent. My inglorious co-hosts. I think I have fallen to sleep to Inglorious Bastards probably every other night this week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never
They
seen
called him the Bear Jew.
He does kind of roll that, the Bear Jew. All right, if you are new to the podcast, welcome. Thanks for joining us. If you are returning, please stick with us every week at this time.
Every week.
We have a pretty good unbroken streak lately of going live on that day, and if we don't have a chance to go live, we'll be releasing another episode anywhere which you can find out at the streaming services: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Music, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, or anywhere else you can get a podcast. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Schnozzcast. You can email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, including now when we are live, in which we will take your call. We will read your text on the air. All you got to do is reach out to 618-SHOCKER.
618.
Shocker.
The shocker line.
Who said that?
Me.
No,
I just said
originally.
I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people did.
Originally.
I'm sure a lot of
You're
people
quoting who?
did. Myself.
Come on. You know who it is.
Penn and Teller.
No.
Every time.
Arthur Penn Teller.
No.
Arthur Hollow.
You're so close.
Holler Teller.
No.
And we're getting a little
Penn Hollow.
Art Huxtable.
I don't know. It's not that important.
Hey, Todd, congratulations on your Kraken seeming to seal this victory over the Stars tonight.
Let's go, Kraken.
That's really funny. As soon as Todd started that, I put up on the screen a comment from Jason Schwartzman that said, "Let's go." I don't think Jason was referring to the Kraken, though.
No, probably not.
He might have been.
Let's just keep flat. Can you like screen cap that and throw it up there every time somebody says something inspirational?
Like password?
Password is one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll put that up there.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, gentlemen. Yeah, Todd, we'll save the rest of the Kraken talk for sports.
Thank you.
Because I know there's no way Nick's going to let that fly.
Oh, Andy was told at work he's no longer allowed to talk about food or sports.
Food or sports?
Yeah, he uses up too much of our time talking to us about sports and food. So he's told he can't talk about it.
All right.
So you could direct that towards him as well. No sports
so
talk.
What do I do? Look directly in the camera?
No sports talk until 90-second sports.
That's right. No sports talk. And Todd has agreed. So we've all agreed. It's nothing personal against Todd. We've all agreed. No sports talk until the specific time window.
No,
yes,
I
you did.
agreed.
Yes,
Todd,
you did.
Todd is oppressed on this show.
It feels I didn't get a vote. I've been repressed.
Look, no one else has a segment here. Well, that's not true. Nick's got his own segment with his name in it, so
Yep.
it's probably not a good example.
And Dylan wanted to know about your patio that we discussed.
Yeah, I know.
Did you text him back?
No, I have not.
Dylan, for the record, I did tell Bob he needed to talk to you.
Absolutely, yeah. Cory did not drop the ball. The ball has been in my court since he and I last spoke.
So
For
the record, for the internet.
Thanks for jumping in, Todd.
You're welcome.
Yes, Dylan, I owe you some pictures and whatnots. So I'll be trying to work on that.
I'll send you a picture, Dylan.
Burp.
I'll give you Dylan's cell number, and you can text him your pictures.
Who's this man talking about a horse?
Exactly. I can send far pictures.
Yes, true. I didn't respond, but you got some sweet pictures of dogs and barbecues and whatnots. So, fellas.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So I know we got a lot of mothers listening.
Oh, boy.
And in the audience.
That's really our demographic.
Should have told me this a couple days ago.
Hey, Mom.
It's not too late, Cory, because Meyer's open 24 hours a day.
Oh.
Wait. I mean,
the old
hey,
Myers.
Mom.
What's that?
I said, I said, "Hey, Bob's mom."
You think that's the one mother who's listening? It's my mom.
Bobby. Listen, Bobby.
So I just felt like I was in trouble all over again. Yeah, so if you haven't, go get out and get your mom a card, get her a plant, call her and tell her you love her.
Just don't leave it at work like some people.
And if you happen to need some money, then mention it during that call, and hopefully, your good gesture will not go unpunished.
Bob, I need some money.
No, call your mother.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
During that call. Yeah, you and I have our own established ask for money call already. That's on Thursdays.
Ooh.
My jaw's always tired after that day.
But it's very satisfying. I mean,
I'm glad you enjoy it.
yeah,
All right.
I think I perfected my
I always have a good
My
Friday.
mind went to a really dark place.
Yeah. Well, because Cory can take his teeth out, so.
I think I have to have my periodontist unscrew him for Thursdays.
Yeah.
This
But
is really
I end up covering the
unnecessary.
copay, so it's all worth it.
Bob prefers it.
It's
This
all
is
worth
really
You're gonna do great.
unnecessary, Mr. Selesky.
You're going to do great in prison, Cory.
Oh, I know.
My sister gave me this little tool.
Looks like a skate key.
Take him out myself.
Is Daniel listening?
Probably not.
No, she's 20 minutes into sleep right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yep.
All right, Todd Dillon.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to shoot it over to you for 90 Second Sports.
And we see him heading in that direction. The 20. He's going for 40. And it's 90 seconds forward.
90 Second Sports brought to you by the unrepressed, always with an equal vote in anything has to do with this podcast, Todd Dillon.
He's just getting that on the record. I never get a
Yeah,
vote. Never.
it's on the
Save me.
record. We did all vote that he would get to say that.
You know how
One of these days, Todd, if you're lucky, you may get a vote.
Exactly.
do you know how much we have to pay him a month to be on a show with us? He would. This did not happen organically.
That's what we've been told. There's no way this could have happened organically.
It couldn't.
He must
You
have
guys
lost
need
a
a town.
major bet.
He actually lives right down the street. He just refuses to come here and be in the studio with us.
Exactly.
We
And the
signed up.
sun's
For,
out.
It's a 2-minute walk.
we
And
signed
the
up
sun's
for.
out.
We signed up for Rent a Friend, the Urban Edition, and this is what we got.
Hey,
Yeah, the amount of money he pays for those big floodlights outside to make it look like it's sunny there and when it's not here.
Yeah.
Somehow,
crazy.
Todd snuck his way into the Little Brothers and Sisters program, and we got him as a brother somehow.
Yeah.
God bless Fiverr.
So yeah, let's not bring up Big Brothers Big Sisters because
Well, that's not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
painful memories for some.
Case pending.
Yeah.
I believe wasn't there aluminum cans involved?
Lawyer
in that?
told me not to speak about that publicly.
collecting a lot of cans.
All right, so you doing the digital timer?
Yeah,
All right.
Todd.
When are we getting a real timer?
That's what I'd like to know, Bob.
Where's the old timer I bought?
Right here.
Okay.
But it's only 60 seconds, so it's a lot of work.
Had someone not dumped the 90-second timer all over the floor.
I'm sorry. This was the original maker, and I went like this, and the bottom fell out.
What do you expect for a $14 timer?
$14?
Yeah, dude. But all this
With shipping.
Seriously?
all this Filipino.
Well, the other one was. This is only 60 seconds. This is probably like $9.
$14. Jesus. Like, okay.
All this Filipino blue sand went all over my carpet.
Yeah.
Who knows what's in that?
So how your allergies have been acting up lately?
Yeah.
All right. So would it help if I bought another 30-second timer? Because apparently you can't buy a 90-second one anymore.
So we're gonna have
Crazy
to.
talk.
I mean, we could get like a kitchen countdown timer that you just twist the dial and then it gives a ding at the end.
That's no fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's better than the 60-second
Soup's ready.
sand timer that we have.
Well, in all reality, this is
Let's do
probably.
an egg timer. Why don't you just give me an egg timer? You
That's what I'm
bitches?
saying.
I like the on-screen timer because if I'm in the audience, that's all I.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, let's.
Been
After,
licking our own balls for 10 minutes.
Once again,
Yeah.
What
you
crowd
see
you
where
say
my
right
votes
now?
land. You see
You
where
guys
my
should
votes land.
Have a
people.
production meeting about this.
yeah, we just did.
Poor planning.
Live on air.
Not on the air.
All right, Todd,
All right, let's do it.
and go.
Yes. So much has been going on in sport. And I didn't get to talk to you last week because the Kentucky Derby ran again. Crazy talk. But this time, my brother laid a bet on the right horse, and Mage won. The 149th running Kentucky Derby. Mage won that thing, and TD won a little bit of money. Went to Vegas, tried to ride that high, and all things fell apart. Golden State Warriors lost. All manner of crazy things going on. Then I was utterly confused when the Miami or Florida Panthers are facing off against the Carolina Hurricanes. My brain is broken. They like flip the freaking mascots for the two states for the teams that are on the Eastern Conference Finals of the hockey playoffs. I am so confused. I sat there all freaking day trying to figure out, is Miami playing Miami? I didn't know anything. I mean, Bob, you get me, right? It makes no sense. There's the Carolina Panthers in the NFL, but they're playing the Florida Panthers, or who's playing who in the East?
Maybe the guy who owns CompuWare bought both teams.
Oh, okay. Anyway, very, very confusing. Then today, I watched a bit of magic when the Seattle Kraken, second year in the league, put a beat down on the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars got their asses handed to them today.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but that was 90-second sports.
But I didn't even get to the score yet.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dude,
We'll never know what this is.
A lot of editorializing that caused.
It'll come out in tomorrow's paper.
So okay, I was cool with Andy for quite some time.
Then he said, fuck hockey.
Yeah, until his comment of fuck hockey. Andy, you can go fuck yourself. I'm going to block you from the stream.
Ooh. Them's fighting words.
Yeah, I was all on board. But
Yeah. So just so Andy knows, unless you've already blocked him.
I'll let you say your piece before I block him.
Not for nothing, Andy. I used to bring real sport to this thing. I was bringing curling, news, drama in the competitive fishing circuit. I think I even brought cornhole to the masses. These guys want to hear mainstream sports. People are asking me to diversify and get off my high horse with all these real sports. So, and last year, if you haven't gone back and listened to the great series of races, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes, I lit it on fire for weeks, and people were not very happy with me. But I'm happy to bring real sport back to this thing because Kabooti is coming up. Kabooti. Coming up.
All right. Todd's doing something with his booty. We're
I
about
think
to do a
Andy
shot.
must have just figured that because Nick doesn't like sports that none of us did. But that nothing could be further from the truth. But that's the reason why we limit it to 90 seconds.
Yeah, I thought Andy was a real guy, but apparently
He's real.
You don't have to love all the sports. I got Andy. Hey, Andy, call that shocker line. Tell me what you want to hear about.
Yeah, call the shocker line, Andy. I fucking dare you.
All right.
If
we're just digging ourselves.
Corey's got a Napoleon complex. Don't worry about Andy. You call the shocker line. I got your back. I'll get your favorite sport on.
Todd's got an even bigger Napoleon complex than I do because he's shorter than I am.
All right. Now that we are still swirling around the drain trying to figure out why we don't talk about sports, it's time to do a Schnozzcast shot. So if you're new to the show, grab a cup of coffee.
Wait. One quick question.
Yeah.
Did anybody hear about how the Lakers actually won?
I'm sorry. Todd's feed cut out. We're going to do a shot. I think something's happening with the wires from Washington. So everyone grab one if you got one. If you don't, grab some water if you're listening at work, and grab some coffee. And cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Hey, well, hang on. Damn it.
I
unmuted
I almost
him.
launched that right all over the mixer.
Todd, you were very successful in your timing on that one, buddy.
Salute, bitches.
Andy says, I'm just saying, if there's no Red Wings, it's no hockey.
Well, he's clearly an idiot. So.
Come on, Andy.
Corey's really upset.
Well, the Red Wings are to Andy as the Kraken are to Todd. So
Red Wings have a place in my heart.
I know, I get it, but you still got you got a local team in the playoffs.
Andy, you actually have to come on the show so you can hear about how Todd took part in killing Bob Probert.
That is a true story.
He was the beginning of his demise.
See if you can.
I was an enabler.
Corey, see if you can fish out that episode number.
That we talked about.
Where is our historian, whose sole job it should be to locate the episode number that contains the hilarious story we're referencing?
One text message right now, And have a timestamp of when that was.
Yes.
I think we stopped paying him.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess usually that'll happen, huh?
yeah. Can we pay him in non-monetary?
Ooh, put on a little careless whisper.
No.
Bob, I already take care of you every.
I'm talking about like
I already take
Now
care
you
of you
gotta
every
take-
like
Thursday. I
salted
can't.
almonds.
You got to
or
take care of Kevin
something.
now
You
too.
can't be sucking Kevin off as well. Jesus,
Oh God.
mouth can only take so much, Bob.
I'll take your word for it, my friend.
Thank you.
I was thinking like salted almonds or
Oh,
perhaps some
Salty nuts is where I was thinking. too,
some
yeah.
chewing gum.
I know how much people just tend to jump at things when salty nuts are involved.
Look,
Salted almonds.
salted almonds.
I think that's
Who could
probably
turn that down?
I think that's probably the oldest ageist statement Bob has ever made. Like on the show, he's like,
What?
"Isn't that what all the kids are eating now? Salted almonds."
Maybe if we gave him a pocket full of Werthers.
Look, Kevin is he's a workhorse. He's a guy who works really hard. A lot of family to take care of. A lot of irons in the fire on his job, and I assume that as such he enjoys himself some salted almonds.
in his scrub pants. He
Yeah.
carries a dusty pocket full of salted almonds.
Exactly.
I like the
my assumption.
fancy mix myself. I like the almonds and the cashews.
You like the Filberts and the
Oh yeah, gotta have a
Brazil nuts.
Exactly. A little macadamia mixed in there.
dude. I'm going to send Todd a
Filberts.
giant bag of like a party mix. Are you talking like the
Just
Czech
send me a
party
whole
mix?
sack of Filberts.
Circus peanuts.
Exactly.
Circus peanuts are actually pretty good.
Circus peanuts are disgusting.
No, they're pretty good.
No, I'm not talking real peanuts. Those giant marshmallow things.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Those are doorstops. That's the worst
hence
fucking
circus peanut.
That is the worst candy ever made. Are you fucking kidding me?
I disagree, buddy.
That is those orange fucking
Foamy.
the fucking stress reliever.
They're amazing.
That is disgusting, dude. Sir, you might as well fucking eat a handful of candy corn.
I mean, candy corn isn't bad either.
There's something wrong with you.
Oh, come on, man. Oh man.
Circus fucking.
My
Do you like
teeth and
your
my stomach hurt.
Filberts in the shell, Todd, or no shell?
Oh, I like them shelled. I'm getting lazy in my old age.
Wait, you
All
like
right.
what in the show?
I like them shelled.
Filberts.
Filberts?
Yeah.
Is that a brand of peanut?
No, it is
it's
actually a
hazelnut is
type
called
of
a-
nut.
Oh, Filbert?
It's a
It's an
Filbert,
old
yeah.
person nut.
Oh,
Yep. It's
It went out of style about 30 years ago.
yeah. I was gonna say.
I can have for
And then the
$7.
pea
I can have
freaking jumped on the scene.
actually for $34. I can have a 5-pound bag of Filberts sent directly to Seattle.
You might as well.
They sent him AARP sent him a 50% off coupon for nuts from nuts.com. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, sweet, Todd, send me that coupon code.
He can also subscribe and save.
Yeah. Oh, we see you get these delivered every month already.
Every Friday, I get a 5-pound bag of fucking Filberts on my doorstep.
Man, the amount of jelly beans and Werthers and Filberts that are going to that house.
Oh,
Wait, Todd, what about pistachios? Do you eat those shelled or shell on?
I've been getting lazy, man. I like to show off.
No,
Once the spicy-
dude.
I'd like to show off, man. I'd like to do the work.
I like shell on.
Shell on is
tastes
the
better.
best way to go with pistachios.
You know pistachios go stale?
Well, I mean, yeah, if they sit that long.
I mean, they actually go stale. Like in the bag can taste like fucking stale chips. It's gross.
I would imagine that'd be pretty gross.
It is gross. It's
Sweet,
like a circus peanut.
You're still on the sweet chili ones, huh, Todd?
I am.
Telling you, buddy, those were game changing.
I know. I keep them around.
I wonder if I can get him some sweet chili Filberts.
Ew. Could you imagine?
They'll send people in suits to your door, Bob.
All right, your internet time is done with. We're taking all your computers and everything that you have.
I can get them roasted. I can get them blanched. Oh, dark chocolate covered Filberts.
Blanched?
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Remember at a point where we weren't allowed to surf the internet while we were on the show, and now you're buying nuts for 10 minutes on the air?
And he's only 2 shots in.
I'm still in the research phase. I haven't even got to the
Lori,
purchase
and Lori
phase.
just sorted this out. They're hazelnuts.
Yeah, I think we said that.
She said that the kids called the Filberts hazelnuts
I think we said that.
today.
Yeah.
He's like,
I was just very.
you
I was very
listen here.
confused.
Back in my day, there was no such thing as a hazelnut.
Exactly. Every nut was hazel.
It's fucking
Right.
Filbert, and you were happy to get it.
They were rationed.
Only on the holidays, exactly.
You remember that show, that episode where they talked about Filberts for 20 minutes?
There's 4 people out there, including Cory, that had to Google Filbert.
Dude,
Yes.
So this is another old person thing. Do you remember going like to somebody's house and like you like as a kid, somebody cracking like a walnut or something that had been in a box, and then somebody saw an adult come running over? Don't eat that. It's like 7 years old. It's like
A walnut in a box?
Oh yeah, walnuts in like a bowl. Old people
Yes.
used to have bowls of hard nuts,
And they would
in the
have,
shell.
yeah, my grandma had one, and she kept a nutcracker right by it. But if you ever fucking tried to crack one of those nuts, she'd be like, "Put that down." That's for parties and fancy dinners.
That's for when company comes
That's
over.
right.
Those are from my. Those are
And
my,
don't sit on my couch.
those are my display nuts.
And
Just
don't
put that piece of plastic down before you sit.
and don't use the flowered fancy soaps in the bathroom.
That's right.
a cracker and those little shivs to like pick the nuts out because they're so freaking dense.
Did you see how he tried to slip cracker in during the show? You didn't think I'd notice.
Look,
You didn't think I'd notice.
I knew you'd notice. Always like to look out for the white man. Big Bader.
Oppression.
I just love beating the crap out of those crackers every Christmas. Oh, hang on a second, Todd. I think we're getting.
Yep.
Chin nut.
We'll be right
Andy's
back.
on a roll tonight. I'm looking at. I'm watching the chatter and what medium? Facebook, and freaking Andy's on a roll
What
tonight.
medium am I looking at here? Is this the Facegrams, the Instabooks? What am I looking at?
Instabooks.
All right, let's. I want to move on because I feel like as a group we all forget that Todd's usually follows up sports with grievances, and so we spend that time in between sports and grievances busting his balls.
Yeah,
so
tons
he
of grievances.
Really has tons of grievances by the time
I
he
do.
queued it up. So let's do it.
Use kids in your complicated shoes.
Yeah.
So this is hopefully this is a common person's grievance, and everyone can get behind me on this.
Yes, you should
Please.
be aiming for common people grievances after several
I
weeks
do.
of entitled grievances.
His elitist grievances.
Yes.
It's first world grievances, I call them.
Yes.
My diamond shoes are too tight. My wallet's too small for my 50s.
So my grievance is this. People, if you're talking to someone, that's great. Be aware of your surroundings. If you're in the single hallway from point A to point B for people, don't stand in the middle of the hallway and chat with people. And also, if you're with your family, don't walk 4 wide in a single hallway where and if people just like on the highway, if several cars pass you on the left and give you the stink eye, consolidate. Get the fuck out of the way. I was in Vegas this week, and good crime.
Toot toot.
So many people stopping in the middle of
He
nowhere.
almost said exactly.
People
Oh,
stopping and
we-
not being aware of their surroundings, chatting, walking 4 wide in a hallway that only is 4 people wide, and going like 1 nanomile per hour. Stay out of the fucking way. Get out of the way. Be aware of your surroundings. Let people pass if you're a pokey motherfucker. Please get out the way. Get out the way.
What
And then-
hallways are you walking in Vegas?
I stayed at this. My first time staying at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and very, very nice hotel. I'll give them a solid C+. They did a pretty good job.
That's fucking terrible for
Those
a
Italians
Vegas
really,
hotel.
those Italians really know how to put a good hallway.
Oh, he's
Four
upset about
abreast.
he's upset about the hallways. That's
No. I'm not. The hallways were fine, but my where I stayed happened to be in a pretty prime spot for view, and so I had to walk a long way to the back. If anybody's been to Caesars, it's a pretty big casino facility, and so there's probably about 400 yards of hallway that I had to walk to get to my tower. And when I was walking to the tower, it's about 6 people side by side could comfortably walk, but ultimately people are going both directions, coming from and to. And if you're a party of 4 or 5, don't walk the whole width of the aisle. And if you stop talking, get to the edges so that people can get around you. People are just so inconsiderate. I wanted to murder so many motherfuckers as I get either people walking 1 nanomile per hour, like I said, in the middle of the freaking hall, or multiple people having conversations right in the center, or a whole freaking wedding party that actually spanned, and they're all giggle bushing and took up the whole thing going in one direction. And so then you had to weave through all these freaking ladies in ugly ass green dresses. And I'm sorry, don't wear fucking ugly ass green dresses for your. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Horrible.
This is a pretty broad grievance you've got going on.
It is because
it's one spawning into another.
Yeah.
You don't wear pine tree green. I get it. I know. Ladies on the podcast, pine tree green is my favorite color. It looks shitty in Vegas. Vegas is a desert. It's all browns. And so pine tree green dresses for your freaking bridesmaids doesn't work. Even grandma got it because she freaking, or not grandma, mom, obstinately wore a lavender dress. Now I was like, bravo, you know better. But anyway, consolidate, stay out of the way, be aware of your surroundings, let people pass, don't have conversations in the middle of nowhere. And then this same rude behavior translated itself. I went golfing with my nephew and brother-in-law at Las Vegas National. By the way, highly recommend. Solid course. They need to clean up that river a little
common people grievances.
Solid course. Got one grievance I got there, though.
Gotcha.
Clean out the fucking river that snakes through the course. There's a bunch of trash in there. It looks like homeless people are living in the river. Again, let's take care of those people. Let's get that trash out of there because the course was immaculate beyond that. Tons of great history at Las Vegas National. By all means, do it. But anyway, when I got there to check in, there's this guy and his wife and one of their longtime friends having a conversation right in front of the checkout desk. And I'm like, take your fucking conversation somewhere else. The clubhouse is like 80 by 80, huge space, plenty of space for you to have your conversation inside, outside, just not in front of the register where I'm trying to get registered, get out of the course, get my practice swings in. People, be aware of your surroundings, stay out the way. If you're a slow walker, stay to the side, single file, please, and thank you.
It feels like he snuck some sports in there.
Yeah, it kind of does feel like that.
So two things, Todd.
I have a couple of things,
to go along with two of the things you mentioned. First and foremost, the people not getting out of the way for things. As a matter of fact, on the way here, I had to stop at Wild Bill's.
Was there traffic on 94?
No, there was not. And as I was going to pull into a space, there was a guy standing there talking to someone in the window, the window of their car.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm easing into the parking space.
Yep.
And I can't because he's standing there. He continues having his conversation. So I waited for about a minute, and I honked my horn, and he got pissed at me.
Yep.
And so he finally got out of the way enough, and I got out of the car. He's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? I'm like, what? You're standing in a parking spot with no vehicle. I needed to park. That's what this is meant for.
Well, I have one clarifying question though for you, Cory.
Yes.
Every now and again, I see that situation. But if there are 8,000 other empty spots, and that was the one spot you wanted, you could have not been a dick. And
if there was other spots, I would have gone to the next one over.
Okay,
But,
well then
dude,
he's the dick.
That was the only spot
Then
in the
he's the
parking
dick.
lot.
And next time,
point.
do me a favor, snap a shot of that license plate of the person. I know that wasn't the Thunder, but he
I was
knows
going to say, I think we're going after the wrong person here, Todd.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got ways.
So,
Cory,
So-
had you had like a McDonald's shake, would you have thrown it?
no, I wasn't that upset yet at that point.
Okay.
Second thing,
Were you at all concerned about your vehicle after you then walked away and left the guy there standing next to your car?
no.
Okay.
I mean, I if you would have bashed out a window, oh well.
Keyed your car. Yeah.
But anyways, second thing being that river on the golf course you were referring to.
Yeah.
I know exactly how we're going to take care of that homeless person problem, Todd. We're going to send Bob down there with a bag of donuts, and he's going to clear every single homeless person right out of that fucking river in one night.
Just keep supplying him with donut bags.
Now, you got to supply me with booze, and then you got some of their continually telling me lies about how these people have wronged their
Well, I'm
children.
sure every homeless person down there will tell you some sort of lie, so we'll be good to go there.
No, but you can't. Why would you?
Not all homeless people are liars.
Why would you leave this in the hands of strangers who are homeless? You need a lie machine. Sit there to go, gee, what he said about the blah, 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 blah. That's exactly what spurs me to action. What? And I started hurling donuts.
Okay, then I'll walk with you, and I'll just be like, well, this person said
there
they
you
left
go.
their child under a bridge
Yeah.
So like a
downtown.
Ply me with alcohol
Like-
and continually feed me
a
lies.
loop recording of propaganda.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we can make that happen. That river will be spick and span in
I
no
just-
time.
I'm just saying. It
just-
was really, really sad to see ducks swimming in people's swimming pools around this course because the river was so freaking disgusting they couldn't swim in their natural habitat.
Well, at least they're smart ducks.
All I kept thinking about was how much I related to that as like an everyday common man, because every time I walk to my tower, I just think about what golf courses should clean up a little bit more in Las Vegas.
And,
Way to speak to the people, Todd.
and Andy, to understand that story, you're going to have to go back several episodes and listen to Bob's rage with his donuts and homeless people.
Again, need the historian.
Yep.
Pull that story out.
I know.
There was an assault that may or may not have taken place.
Anti-grievance, though. I played craps at the Link, which I normally don't go. No, at the. Damn it,
Todd! You mispronounced dice.
Anyway, I played craps at a casino, and the crew at the craps table was absolutely phenomenal. Had a blast, won a couple bucks, and play craps in Vegas, man. The crews are awesome there.
Did you put any money down on 32 on the roulette table?
I did, like I do every time. I drop a $25 biscuit on 32 and on 23 and on the 00. Did you know, Bob, that they have a double 000 now on some of the tables?
What?
Yep, they're trying to break it, brother, and they did. They did a good job. Other than at the craps table,
Mr. Rankin, once again, we're going to have to ask you to leave, sir. We do not take Brazil nuts or hazelnuts.
This is legitimate currency. Hey, wait a second.
Or Filberts.
And if
Hands off me.
If it makes you guys just smile a little bit inside your soul, Dave Ezekiel lost $700 at the casino last night.
Holy shit.
I'm kind of happy to hear that.
I knew you would be.
I would love to think that Dave had $700 to lose, and he's like, look, win or lose, once this is gone, I'm done.
I'm sure he did.
Okay. Well, good for Dave.
Yep.
I would have killed myself.
Seriously.
if only I'd lost $700.
Oh, toot.
Well, Todd, when you play in the high roller suite, that's what happens, buddy. Sorry.
No, I got crushed everywhere, even on the cheap tables. Other than the craps table, I had one good night at the craps. I had truly a legendary night. My brother-in-law, my nephew was there celebrating his 21st birthday, and literally the best night of gambling I've ever had in my life, even though I didn't win any money, because we had an absolute blast gambling on crazy stuff. And I almost hit. If anybody who's familiar with craps, there's a bet where you bet like whoever the roller is, they have to hit every number combination before they hit a 7 after they've opened. And if they do that, it pays like 191 to 1 odds.
I'm already shutting down.
Wow.
I was one number away from winning that jackpot.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And, and by the way, it was the number I lost on was a 7, a 1, and a 6. So if you think about that, on the other side of that 6 was another 1, and that was the number I needed.
Corey's doing the math right. I can see it in his eyes. He's doing the math.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not even trying. Not even trying.
But I did one of the big ones. I did one of the big numbers too. I did one of those.
Awesome. I love it when you have stories where you won money.
Had a blast. Best night of gambling. My nephew rolled for about 30 minutes straight. Freaking owned the table. They shut the table down. It was awesome.
Todd, did you need to take that call from 2003 in the background?
I know. People who should know better.
That's his house line ringing. Got a fax coming in.
The landline.
All right, let's move on then to Gentleman's Agreement.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh, gentlemen's agreement. Oh, it's the motherfucking gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh.
All right. I would like to start with you, Cory, if that's all right. Just because you had to watch something, I don't know what the hell it is.
Win the Wilderness.
Yeah.
You know what? Wouldn't mind if you started with me, but I need to go blow my nose real quick before I start sniffling in the microphone more.
Allergy season.
All right.
Yeah, it sucks balls. So I will be right back.
All right. Nick, you had Amsterdam. Was
I
that
did.
from Todd?
I think
It
so,
was.
yeah.
Okay. Let's start with you then.
Yeah, I liked it. It's just that, I've said on a show before that I don't like movies or TV shows that have like an inappropriate amount of star cameos. I think it takes away from the actual acting, and it takes away from the fact of like suspending disbelief. So I liked it, and I felt like it had a lot of potential. But every time you turned a corner, there was some other big name star that was had a small little part, whether it be like Michael Myers or
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. It's like who people aren't even actors. It's like, come on. So that takes it away from me. But I don't know if I'd watch it again, but it definitely held my interest. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
No, I picked it again. That was a stretch. I didn't realize your dislike for the cameos as much, but I know that you like a story that's based in truth, which is actually that's the craziness of that movie. Is it seems so implausible, yet it's based on a true story.
And see, I didn't even know that, which that's awesome.
All right, Todd. How about you? You had Luther, the Fallen Son. From me.
Yes, and that was assigned by you, Bob.
Yes.
And you did not fare as well.
Ooh.
You got a solid D-.
Oh no!
Oh, and you know what kept you out? You know what kept you out of that failing category?
Yeah.
I love me some Idris Elba.
Who's in probably 75% of the whole thing, and still wasn't good enough to get me more than a D-.
No.
Now, do you think it was maybe because it is like a movie follow-up to a show that you didn't watch?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Can I give my 30-second synopsis?
Yep.
Okay. Here you go. If you want to watch a thriller that's like, for you older folks out there, Columbo style, smart Matlock, if you like where the detective and the police kind of have to be smart and not just obvious clues, they got to figure shit out. If you like that sort of thing, you're going to like the premise of this movie. And then you're going to watch it and you're going to hate it. Because I get it. This is a British film made in the UK. And the problem with it is, I think that we make like gunfire and gunplay and people getting murdered. We make that too much of a thing. In this movie, it's a movie about a cop who's, again, he's on the wrong side of the law, because even though he's been a great detective and solved a ton of things and done a lot of good things, one evil henchman, Lex Luthor type bad guy, has it in for him and has the means to actually get him to go to jail. And then he's got to kind of fight his way from there. And so I don't want to give any spoilers away for those who like Idris Elba and movies that are like Matlock. But the thing that killed it for me, Bob, and literally it was the boat anchor around the neck of the premise and everything, was the fact that because there's not machine gun fire and people getting murdered like in, what's the Keanu Reeves series thing now, John Wick?
Yeah.
There's none of that. And then, but the other thing is, unlike even like a Jason Statham Transporter movie, Idris Elba isn't Black Superman where he's got some sort of jujitsu or some sort of specialized combat training whereby he can disarm a man and fight him and beat him. No, he's just a regular Matlock type who gets his ass beat and stabbed, but manages to make it to the next scene again and again and again. And then it's like 2+ hours of like me going, well, he's not really a badass. Nobody's got like getting shot in the eye by a sniper. There's no, like, it was 2+ hours of like, I'm trying to suspend disbelief on a premise that is just, it's too tame to be real. That broke it for me. And the fact that in one of the scenes, I don't want, again, no spoilers, but there's a scene where there's a couple people who are in this kind of trap room where they're being tortured, and the fire extinguishers, rather than spraying water, they spray kerosene, and there's a little lit lamp in there. And there's a fight that breaks out, and the fire breaks out, and then she and her daughter, covered in kerosene, kick another dude into the fire, and he catches on fire, but obviously there's some sort of invisible barrier that stops the flame from catching them on fire. And I'm like, come on, man. I waited 2 hours to see this. So, Bob, I'm sorry.
You're
Luther,
making me feel really guilty for even
the son of the rising star or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Solid D-, and it's only because Idris Elba's in it. I wouldn't assign this to my cat.
All right. Well, if you're advising people against it. It is Luther, the Fallen Son.
Don't watch it.
So
Oh, and
that's the one. If
son
you see it,
spelled with a U, which also doesn't make any damn sense.
If you're looking to steer clear from a movie,
yeah, make sure you've got the right one. All right. Let's tough room. Cory, Win the Wilderness.
Yes, I'd Win the Wilderness from Nick. So the premise of the show, it's this older couple that lives up in this desolate mountain. I believe it was the OC Mountain in Alaska. And they are having couples compete to see who's going to take over their property and their land and their entire setup that they have up there. I will say cinematics, absolutely amazing in this. Some really good shots of Alaska and these people's property. It's their property and their story of how they got there is absolutely amazing and beyond belief. But at the end of the day, it's basically the most pussified version of Alaskan bush people I've ever seen.
I've never seen that.
Pussified.
Oh, it's PU.
Pussification.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely
It's not good.
It's definitely a very scripted out, and I'm not saying that Alaskan bush people isn't scripted to an extent, but like the couples coming in, like everything's, even though you're out in the middle of the wilderness and you're supposed to be showing your expertise of how you can win this couple's property and their home and all that. Everything's very like there's couples that are like, oh, I gotta kill an animal.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, okay, you're coming out in the middle of nowhere,
right?
Yeah, like it's like I don't know. I guess I would have thought they would have found some better suited couples to
really hardcore survivalists.
Yeah, like people that would actually go out there and really take this over and be serious about it. You could tell a lot of the couples just wanted to be on a TV show, and this is what they happen to get on.
I also didn't understand why they were from Alaska and every couple they invited was from the UK.
Yeah, that is weird too. I forgot that. Yeah, every couple was from the UK. That was kind of weird, and they never said why it was only couples from the UK.
Yeah,
but no, I mean it's a good show. Great.
I'm confused now. Did you like it or did you not? Are you?
No, I liked it. I liked it.
I think he's saying it could have been better. They could have done things.
Yeah, they could have done things a little bit better. But no, if you want, you got some time to fill and looking for something new, I would definitely say check out Win the Wilderness.
I've not made pickles before. Should I do that or watch that show?
What the fuck?
I mean, you could.
I can't get a read on if he really liked it or not.
Todd, you have 76 TVs in your house. I'm sure no matter where you're making pickles at, you can turn the show on as well.
Yeah, and while your cat's watching that Luther movie, you can get a lot of
Exactly.
Oh, still ticket on the chin for the Luther movie. All right.
with a U.
Yeah. All right. I had to watch the roast of Bert Kreischer from Cory. Yeah, this was an easy watch. I'm a Bert Kreischer fan, but it occurred to me while I was watching this that if I hadn't been a fan, he as a person would be really annoying.
I tried to watch like half of his stand-up. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that his saving grace is that I watched the Two Bears, One Cave podcast. So I know enough about his life, and I've seen him talk like, not on stage. And that helps a lot. But him with the whole shirt off thing and the crazy annoying laugh that he has, like I could totally see how. So if you didn't know him, you would be like, man, I can't.
Yeah, I think that's the same one. Is it on Netflix?
No.
He's got stand-up specials.
He's got stand-ups on Netflix.
Yeah, I got like halfway through. I'm like, God, I really want to like this, and I'm like, he's just bothering me.
I find it funny to be honest with you. Bert alone, I don't think he's that great. Him and Tom as friends is what makes everything funny.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Tom Segura is brilliant when it comes to comedy. I mean, everything. His delivery, expressions, everything he does is fucking hilarious. And like how he's such great friends with Bert and how they interact on the podcast is what makes it such a great podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Bertcast, I actually don't even really listen to. So I think Bert is funny. I do enjoy his stand-ups.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see where if you didn't know who he was or have seen any of his stand-ups, that you'd be like, oh yeah, what the fuck is this?
So is it by association, like the reason other people might find you guys funny on the show because I'm here? Is that what you think?
I'm glad. I'm so glad you read between those lines because
Nice.
that's what I lobbed you that softball and you knocked it out of the park, buddy.
Hey, read between them lines.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that reference, Cory.
The one thing I do want to ask though,
Yeah.
and this is on OnlyFans TV.
Yeah.
That it aired. Whitney Cummings is actually a big force behind a lot of stuff on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Did you notice like how the production of it was done? How that was kind of different from like your standard Comedy Central TV roasts or any other kind of like big name, production shows?
You mean like the camera angle on
Camera
the
angles, just
speakers?
how things were going on stage. It was a little more relaxed with everything.
Just answer the question, Bob. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I could tell a couple of places where it was a little bit different, but it wasn't such that I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
No, it wasn't. It was nothing huge. There was just a lot that jumped out at me when I was watching. I'm like, wow, this would never be a lot. Like, they would never do this in a normal like standard production, like a Comedy Central or NBC or something like that. I just thought it was really cool the way it was shot and the different angles they were using and it was a lot more free and open. I mean, Bert lit up a joint when he came out on the stage to sit down and all that.
Yeah.
And a lot of big name productions or companies on TV, like you would never be able to see stuff like that.
Chappelle smokes J's one after the other through his specials. No one gives a shit. He's on Netflix.
I'm rich,
is it?
bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But so let me.
I don't know
my
about you
thoughts
guys.
on this.
I get
special.
all my stand-up specials from NBC, so I'm not really quite sure.
All right,
how to
so
take this.
Tony Hinchcliffe, like him a lot. Good comedian. Jim Norton, obviously great. Big J. Okerson, I didn't really know a ton about him, but I'm going to be looking him up more.
He's funny.
I thought he was really good.
Yep.
Donnell Rawlings is always good. But then they have this dude, and I had to look him up because I'm like, who is this guy? Trevor Wallace?
The roast master.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
horrible. He almost
He-
single-handedly made me turn it off.
Yeah, he's very bad. He's a TikTok personality.
Right, but they were trying to give him some kind of legitimacy and bringing him on the show and letting him do these god-awful roast jokes. Every time he was on, I'm like, after the first time, like, fast forward.
Yeah, no, he wasn't good.
It was really, really bad. Really bad. And then they would go back out. That's the one thing that was different. They would go back out into the crowd where, like, Donnell and Jim Norton were sitting and this guy, and they would pan to them, and they had microphones on. So they could, like, banter back and forth.
Interact with each
Whereas
other.
on
Yeah.
a regular roast on Comedy Central, like, those people don't have mics on. You just have to sit there and take it.
Right.
So, other than that, I would say, I give it a C. I mean, it was like I said, Big J. Okerson was great. It kind of turned me on to him a little bit, so I'll be checking him out. And I would say for you, I would definitely look for Segura specials on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might be right down your alley.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Segura, like I said, it by himself is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. All right.
Gina's in the room too. She says hello to everyone.
Gina.
Okay, so new assignments for next week. I have Cory. Cory's got Nick. Todd's got me, and Nick has Todd.
Ooh, I don't like the way that mixed up. I gave your shit thing a D-, and now I got to give you something.
Yeah. Pressure's
You've
on,
seen
bitch.
everything.
The pressure is on, bitch.
Wait, I have who?
You got Nick.
Okay.
All right. Anyone want to go first?
No, I'm gonna think about mine.
You're gonna think
I'm
about
gonna
it?
text Todd later.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
put a reminder on my phone.
Cory. Have you seen A Fish Called Wanda?
I can't remember, to be honest with you. Because I know you and I have talked about it, but I want to say it was assigned to me at one point.
I don't think so. Not by me. So look
I'll
it up.
look into it.
Look it up while we're talking, and let me know. Todd, what do you got for me?
Have you seen Severance?
Severance?
Yep.
Not Succession.
Not Succession. Severance.
Severance is a show?
Yep.
I don't think so. Anybody I would know in the show?
Yep.
All right. That's what I got.
Todd, did you see Don't Breathe?
Don't Breathe. Who's in it?
I don't remember.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
You laughed.
Yeah.
You made fun of me when I said it before. The guy who was in Avatar, who was the big military guy.
No, don't know anything about that.
All right.
All right, watch Don't Breathe, Todd.
Okay.
Don't breathe. Okay. Nick, you're gonna get back to Todd.
I just told him what to watch.
Or sorry. I'm trying to flip back and forth here. Who's done and who's not. So
I can still get back to him if you want.
no.
I got it.
All right.
I'm all good.
Okay.
Breathe again.
Uh-huh.
That's the Whitney Houston story, right?
Yes. Bubbles in the bathtub. A Whitney Houston story.
Cory, what do you got for Nick?
So this sucks because now I really want to just give you Tom Segura stand up, but that's I feel like that's something
Easy.
But there's something I recently watched that I think is even better for Nick, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. So, Tricky Dick and the Man in Black.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. That's for Nick.
Hey, we're losing him, I think. Between the Filberts.
Is he really even typing anything over there?
I don't think so. I think it's just a black screen.
His computer's not
Did you
even
guys
on.
lose me?
No. We're still there.
No,
right.
Bob is typing into a black screen. He couldn't figure out where he left off.
All right. Did you look up Fish Call Wanda?
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen it, so.
All right. Done.
Good luck,
Awesome.
buddy. Good luck, buddy.
I
I think you'll like
tell.
it. I think it's good.
Good fucking luck.
Already tell.
I was drunk and I was trying to watch it with Bob. It was very difficult.
Trying is it's
very
a loose
difficult.
term.
Yeah.
You're tolerating.
I know how much Cory loves British comedy, so.
Oh, great.
There's Americans in there as well.
I do enjoy Mr. Bean.
All right.
Well, there you go. This is just like
Mr. Bean, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But better.
Don't be a wanker.
You're gonna love it. I swear to God. Yeah. Nick walked away. He's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen."
Oh, yeah.
I felt like it was a lie at the time, but now I feel like it was 100%.
I can totally tell.
Cory, as God is my witness, I honestly thought, thank God. I really did think this at the time. Thank God he's got me here, because if he would have turned this shit on in front of Cory, Cory would throw something at Bob's head to turn this thing off. I'm like,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
great. Now I get to watch it.
yep, now you do.
Todd, what are your
Gina, you're stupid.
what are your thoughts?
Battle of the
What are your
Friends.
thoughts about what?
Is this a horrible assignment for Cory?
I think it's a stretch. I think he's either gonna it's binary. I mean, he's gonna be either love it or hate it. I think it's a good one. I thought it's funny. If you watch it, it's funny as hell.
All right, so we're judging the scales here. We're gonna see if Cory likes this. I'm gonna say he doesn't, and Bob's gonna say he does. Todd, what are you thinking? You're thinking he's gonna like it?
I think he's gonna like it.
Okay,
All right.
we will see.
Well, yeah.
I think you guys should put some money on this.
No, because I only watched like half of it,
Yeah.
but
I don't know if
that
that's-
was as much as I could watch.
If we
And
had
you
a big enough
weren't
following, we'd have a
intrigued to see it
contest.
to begin with, you wouldn't. I can see that. If you go in with an open mind, Cory, and just look to be entertained, I think you're gonna love it.
You'll be sadly disappointed.
Sons of bitches. All right, and ending on that sad and disappointing note, it seems like a good spot to bring this episode to a close. So thank everybody who's out in the room. Thank you for yes, sir.
Oh, no, I don't think I was going to say anything.
Oh, you look like you were like.
I thought I had something there, but then it left.
Well, all right,
It's just a fart.
Yeah, little poot.
all right. So for everybody in the room, thank you for joining. We will see you next time. On behalf of Cory, Nick, and Todd, this is Bob saying we'll see you next Saturday.